Alright, I'm back here. So I think the topic I'm going to cover here is I wrote it down in my notes as NPCs pretending they know shit. Okay, so I've kind of covered this in some other videos, but I'm going to try to explain it a little bit better, best that I can, anyways. I'm not the best at explaining this shit. Had a guy make a comment the other day on a video. His video, of course, is one of the ones that got a few more views and stuff, but is one of the ones I wasn't like completely like chilling on. So of course those are the sometimes the ones like the cave video I thought was cool as fuck. Uh, those aren't the ones that this video. I was looking there. I got a notification about from our game camera that we got set up there at the rent trailer. It's just a picture of a cat. Sometimes it'll zoom in on them and you can kind of see, but which I like seeing the cats. But anyways, so yeah, NPCs pretending they know shit. You could say this about a lot of things, but the point that I'm trying to get to is that all of their knowledge is kind of like false. It doesn't mean that their knowledge of whatever. And a lot of times it's mixed in with opinions and stuff. So let me explain. Cigarette about died out, but yeah. So a lot of the knowledge that they have will come from what other people tell them. Okay, and just an example of that is this one I always think about whenever comparing is there's an anime that I really like. It's called Future Diary, Mirai Nikki, if I pronounced that correctly in Japanese. And I had a buddy that he used to like anime. I don't think he fucks with it much anymore. I don't think he's watched anything since like second season of Frieren or season 1, part 2, whatever it is. So it's been a couple years. And he was always saying, yeah, Future Diary sucks, and stuff like that. It's actually bad. And I'm like, eventually after that, I was kind of like, because I know where he got it from, because I remember there's this video that was posted on YouTube. I didn't watch it, but it said, this is what a bad anime looks like. I think it's what it was titled, and it showed a picture of Future Diary. So I'm assuming he watched that, and then he got his opinion from Future Diary from that. And he had watched Future Diary before this. And I don't think, and he talked about it before. He didn't necessarily care about it one way or the other. It just wasn't his thing, right? It's one of those guys like just like mostly your typical, like just fighting, whatever's popular anime stuff, at the time. And anyways, his opinion on it had changed after watching that video. And how I know is, I was like, you're just saying that because you watched that video on YouTube and stuff. It's like, no. So after that, he shut up about it, never mentioned it again. But it's like a thing where it's like every time we take it out, because we always talk about anime, he's bringing that up. But he changed his tune after that because he didn't like the idea of people knowing that he got his information from somebody else and that decided his opinion on something, okay? NPCs will get their opinions, which they claim to be facts a lot of times, from other people, whether if it's something about media or if it's something that's like more serious or legit, like a real topic, that something that actually pertains to the world or whatever, And yeah, so there's always a like how you listen to people on TV and they give you your information about politics or something. It kind of blows my mind that people still do that. Now you could say that, well, other people will listen to independent people talk about these things. Then they'll get their opinions off that. But then what I would say is if it was something about politics, which I think, just for the record, I think is bullshit and it's stupid. It's all just like a ruse for everything anyways. It's the illusion of choice. But if someone will take information from multiple sides, well, both sides, from multiple um, like sources, and then you decide your own opinion on it, and that doesn't mean you can't agree with certain things that are like wholeheartedly one way or the other on certain things, whether if it's media, politics, whatever, or if it's just like anime or video games, whatever, right? But a lot of people would just they'll get their information from one source and then they run with it. And then they feel like they have to align with that. Um, and that's what's kind of bizarre to me is that NPCs have no desire. And there's certain things that I don't give a fuck to look into, right? Like, yeah, hear a car coming through, I believe. But you hear a lot, which if there's a car comes through and it's like the mail lady, I'm just going to stop talking for a minute. So if that happens, you know what's going on. Now just somebody driving through. Neighbor's son, but yeah, they just they get their opinions from one place and then they claim it to be facts because they've heard it, because you put your faith into someone who presumably is, you just assume because they're making a video on a topic or they're on TV or they're in some more prominent position to make a call on something such as this, therefore you have to listen. Anyone on the internet can make an opinion, claim it to be factual, throw in some shit and evidence for that reasoning, and then, like I say, it doesn't. I'm trying to think of the best way to explain this, but they'll take that and then you'll have other people that's like, oh, yeah, 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 because of this and this and this, without them actually looking into it, because everybody just wants the cliff notes of everything, which I'm like that on some stuff too. But I also try to make it a point to look at all sides and all angles of things for our formulated opinion, which at the end of the day, a lot of this shit doesn't even matter. Um, NPCs a lot of times will argue about stuff that's stupid. Just walk into a room of NPCs and just be like, I fucking love McDonald's. McDonald's is the best in the world. Or say Long John Silver, something like that. Something that people's like, oh, hell. Because everybody's told to hate McDonald's. Everybody's told to hate this and stuff like that. Because it's, oh, it's cheap, it's dank, it's da 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 da. Whatever, right? And just watch them all just fucking blow up. You know what I'm saying? Like, with opinions and everybody lights up because that's an NPC topic. Everybody has a speech choice for fucking fast food or whatever, right? Something, excuse me, that doesn't fucking matter at all. Everybody has an opinion about some Joe Blow ass TV show or movie or something. You know, yeah, it's just like in a video game. You know, I've said this before is you want to talk to somebody about something, don't assume they can even wrap their head around what you were talking about. Like I mentioned in the last video I'd made, I got my wife a Cradle of Filth shirt for fucking Christmas, and her sister got like a My Chemical Romance one. That's shit she likes, NPC shit, and talking about that, and then I just kind of nudged my wife, say, "Hey, show them shirt." You know what I'm saying? It's a picture of the first record and everything on the front, and then had the band on the back, and we got another car coming through. And sister-in-law, well, brother-in-law's wife, to me, a couple
trucks went by.
But yeah, brother-in-law's wife to me got like a couple sleep token shirts and stuff like that or whatever. And it's like, oh God, all this is NPC, just stupid shit. And of course, his wife got me a Satanic War Master one, didn't show it off or anything though, because it'd freak him out. But which honestly, the Cradle of Filth one's more, because it like, I'll explain it. So, but then I was like, hey, I told my wife, hey, go show me shirt and stuff. And then she showed it off and stuff. Then the room just went silent. I was like, what the fuck is this? You know what I'm saying? And she turned it around. And her mom's like, oh, that looks like Kiss on the back. It's like, goddamn, you know what I'm saying? Stupid shit, stupid shit. Which obviously is pissing off the normies. That's what we like. You know, I didn't expect them to fucking know or like it, whatever. But then I asked her later, it's like, how can we show them Satanic War Master one too? It's like, if they don't know who fucking Cradle of Filth is, they definitely ain't gonna know who Satanic War Master is. And it's just like, don't even waste your time explaining to these NPCs and stuff. And it's like every now and again I get it in my head, like where I want to like shock the NPCs and show them some crazy shit. But like, at the same point though, my wife's completely right on that. And then that's what I've mirrored and talked about and stuff a lot though too. It's like, they're not going to even know what the fuck you're talking about. And whether if it's something like that or if it's just something that's like a different way of thinking, you know, about how the world will work and things of that nature and stuff. Excuse me. They're not even going to be able to understand the fact that you're looking at something from a different, like, perspective than one of like two choices and stuff when it comes to like outlook on life or what beliefs someone may have. You know what I'm saying? It's NPCs are programmed, and then it's like, again, you're playing a video game and you go and you talk to somebody. Everybody's got a couple of the same speech choices, and then they might have like one extra one or something depending on the type of person that they are. But not everyone is gonna be able to fucking like try to talk about the secrets of the earth or the occult or fucking possibilities of different life forms or resets that's happened in this world or something like intellectually stimulating, because no one's stimulated intellectually, right? Excuse me. And but yeah, so NPCs think they know shit. They're just getting their opinions from a lot of times or facts from one source or the other, and then they run with it, and then that's that. And they just can't think for themselves. That's basically the whole video. NPCs can't think for themselves. So, anyways, though, we're going to end this one here. I'll read on my list and see if we do another one. But if not, have a good one.